Alright, ladies and gentlemen. New week, new Odyssey. However, update 48 has shown its face. We'll just quickly run through it. Ultimate Spike and Explosion Factory with Factory Paragon. Relax and unwind on the new beginner map Spa Pits, which does have a little bit of a secret to it to potentially make it the new hardest map in the game. Channel the power of She-Ra with a premium Adora skin. That sounds dope. New XP shop and challenging curses for Rogue Legends. I forgot about that! Oh, that's gonna be fun! That looked amazing when they were talking about it in their little update video. Ooh, I can't wait for that. Plus new quests, balance changes, quality of life improvements, trophy store cosmetics, and more. Alright. I will definitely be making an update 48 video, as well as running through some more Rogue Legends to check out these XP shop buffs and challenging curses. But for now, we've got an Odyssey to get through. So let me just fly through here. Oh, look at that. $1 million XP. Pathetic. Done. Mega Massive Munitions Factory. Bit of a mouthful, but you can just add that word in there as well. Why not? And of course, we've got ourselves a new 4th skin for Adora. Oh. Oh, is that the thing that we're gonna be doing now? Oh. Well, that's kind of cringe. Anyway, Odyssey time. Green pastures. Oh, that sounds like a nice, peaceful Odyssey. Grass, corn, maybe even oranges. This journey has it all. Right, let's see if this is gonna follow the trend of a bunch of other Odysseys lately. First 4 maps. Pretty chill. We like them. To be honest, this one's the one I'm least looking forward to already. Now, is the last map an expert map, and is it chimps? It's not an expert map. In fact, that's one of the nicer maps out of all of these. Interesting. Okay. Maybe they finally decided to switch things up again. Let's have a look. Hard standard Monkey Meadow, easy. Hard standard in the loop, easy. Covered Gardens, double HP Moabs, 3 to 60, not terrible. Cornfield, half cash, 3 grand to start with, not terrible. And finally, Tinkerton Hard Reverse, 20 to 100. Thank you! Thank you! Now, admittedly, you didn't have to go that easy, but at the same time, thank you. I appreciate a non-chimp's difficulty that is going to 100. I appreciate that. Alright. Fuck yes, let's do this. Sorry, Rosalia. I'm not your biggest fan. I'm Oben's biggest fan. Bring some darts, some snipers, some of those, one of those. And to be honest, I'm not sure I want anything else or trust anything else. Yeah, we can do it with these guys. The fuck would I need anyone else for? Pathetic. It's not like it said military only anywhere. Right. Let's start with a druid and a dart. And just run it, because these are pretty chill, as far as I can tell. And damn, I'm excited for everything right now. Everything is cool. So essentially, I will run you through my day of all the cool shit that has been going on. First things first, I showed up to work today, went into the lunchroom, and they had laid out a bunch of little protein balls and bars. Now, ordinarily, we would give those to our customers, but for some reason, they appeared in the lunchroom. Now, shit like that only appears in the lunchroom if we're allowed to take it and eat it. So I immediately was like, right, there's 3 different types of protein bar and or ball. I'm gonna grab one of each, put it in my bag, because I know for a fact fuckers in the other departments will come along, be like, oh, that looks delicious, and then just grab like fistfuls and start shoveling them into their bags, right? And then the second you go out on your lunch break and go, oh, maybe I'll try one of those, there's only one left and it's the shit one, you know? Fucking typical. So, I grabbed one of each this morning, and then sure enough, when I go out on my lunch break, there's only one fucking thing left. One specific type of the fucking 3. And it was the crap one. Well, not the crap one, but the worst of the bunch. And there was a lot of it. So clearly, whichever, let's face it, whichever inventory department member that wanted to fucking shovel shitloads into their purse. I say purse because I have someone specifically in mind that I'm thinking of that's a greedy motherfucker. Every time chicken wings happens to come out, suddenly they all fucking disappear the second they get their hands on them. Anyway, not naming names. I'm not trying to pin the blame on anyone specifically, but I definitely have someone in mind that would do that shit. It's making me adapt to these survival mechanisms to actually get to try some of these things. I grabbed myself one of each and I brought them home and gave them to my mum because I had tried one of them at work and I was like, that's not amazing. Yeah, that's what I did. I put one of each in my bag and then I had one of them in the morning before I started work. And I was just like, that's a bit okay. It's not amazing. So I was fine with that. But then weirdly enough, that was one of the ones that disappeared this morning. So I was like, oh, that's strange. Makes me think that the person that took probably all of them just sort of like looked at the name of the thing and went, oh yeah, I'll probably like that. And then just shoved it all in their bag. But I think they're going to be pretty upset when I find out that it's not as delicious as the name suggests. Anyway, I was happy that we got given some free food today, which was amazing. And then midway through the day, this is some potentially exciting, very exciting news, to be honest. Me and the missus are looking into getting a property, and negotiating has become the phase that we're at now. Now, of course, it doesn't mean anything's guaranteed or set in stone or anything like that, but tomorrow I'm making sure that I can get away from work early. And my boss, I've already messaged and he's all cool with it. He's like, you know, it's not ideal that I'm leaving that early. He said that, and I was like, yeah, sorry about that, it's a bit last minute type thing. But he wished me the best, and he said that he could find someone to cover for, which is phenomenal. So that's gonna be interesting. Finish work and then go straight into negotiations, essentially. I need to check my fucking bank account. I hope it's higher than the amount I initially thought I had. Yes, that was some interesting news. Some great news to hear. Like, I really wasn't expecting it, to be honest. I'm kind of baffled. I was like, wait, what? This guy's actually interested in the offer we put in? Because we lowballed the fuck out of that shit. We were just like, yeah, not paying the price that you're asking for. But yes, things are good, And then I get home and then the BTD6 update is out. Shit's just, what does he say? Everything's coming up Millhouse. Which is a weird thing to think of at the moment, but yeah, it really is. If my name was Millhouse, everything would be coming up Millhouse. I think that's when his house floods, actually. That's so fucking weird. His house floods, but he's wearing like his flood-proof shorts or some shit. And he's just like, oh my god, they're working! Everything's coming up Millhouse. Anyway, super excited. I can't wait. Well, I can wait. I'll have to wait. So that's, you know, my problem. But yes, it's gonna be interesting. Like, I'm trying not to get my hopes up too high. Because I think I've mentioned about this house previously on a Odyssey or maybe a stream or something, where I have checked it out, but the missus was working that weekend that there was a house open, so she hasn't seen that. But she trusts my judgment, which is an incredible feeling, to be honest. Like, I personally would trust my partner's judgment, for sure. But at the same time, I'd still be curious and I'd want to actually see the place. But she 100% just trusts my judgment. And the only reason she'll actually be seeing it is because the real estate agent, I told them, I was like, look, my partner's not here to see it at the moment. But maybe we can organize something later and find enough. Yeah, he did actually organize something for me. Anyway, so she'll be seeing it for the first time tomorrow. Bringing my mum along. She's like, if there was a tier list for negotiations, my mum is absolutely like triple S god tier at fucking negotiations. Like, it is insane what she can get away with. She's the type of person that she can walk into a shop, see something isn't on sale, and make it be on sale. And not in like a really fucking annoying, like intrusive way, but genuinely, like, what she says is that she'll ask, and then it goes up the chain of command, and then it comes back down and it's just like, yeah, sure, we can do that. And I'm just like, wow, I am way too socially awkward to even begin to think that I could get a discount on anything that wasn't already discounted, you know? If it doesn't say that shit on the tin, I would never have assumed that I could get it. But, yeah. So, I'm very happy she's coming to see it, because she's gonna be our tank for this negotiations shit. And then potentially one of my sisters is coming tomorrow as well. My eldest sister. Just to have a lot of eyes on the property and check things out from top to bottom. You know, just to make sure that, because let's be honest, I'm the only one that's seen it, like, in person. I don't trust myself. Like, don't get me wrong, I think I've got a generically good judgment of properties and you know, a fairly decent character judge, but I absolutely have missed something. Like, I do not trust myself to say with 100% certainty this is a perfect house, you know? I do not have that false sense of confidence to be able to say that. I'm absolutely more inclined to be like, look, I've probably missed something. Someone please double check my work. And I absolutely love it if that happens to me, or if I can do that for others. You know? Like, I've never understood why people will say something like, oh, why are you double checking my work? You know? It's like, I did this fucking perfectly. Why are you double checking? Like, huh? Do you not trust me? Do you not fucking trust me? I was like, fuck that. No. Even if I trust someone 100%, I'm gonna double check for their sake and my sake, because I know that I make stupid fucking decisions all the time. I'll sometimes walk in with 100% confidence in something and then be like, whoops, I forgot to put my name and the date on that piece of paper. I'm a fucking idiot, you know? Like, I I don't see people double checking my work as a terrible thing. I see it as like, if you find a fuck up, you can tell me and then I'll know better for the future. Or I'll be able to work on my week. Plus, if you are confident in your abilities that much, you shouldn't have an issue with people checking your work. You should be like, you can check all you want. I don't care, because I know it's perfect. It's just gonna waste your time double checking my work. And that's fine by me, you know? So either way, I think getting anyone to double check your work on anything is always a positive. Unless it's something stupid, like fucking, you do the math of 1 + 1 or like 10 times 10, and you read it out and say that it's 100, and then the other person goes, but is it actually? Let me do it on my calculator. You know, like, stupid simple shit like that doesn't even matter if it's wrong. It's just like, oh, whoops, dooey. Of course it's 100, not 1,000 or whatever. Like, that's a little bit of a pet peeve. But other than that. Anyway. This has been Green Pastures Part 1. By the way, it only just occurred to me that some people might not realize, but, just in case, if you've made it this far, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. But second of all, just in case, I only realized this about like a week or so ago, and I'm not gonna linger on the topic, but my Odysseys are in 2 parts. For those that don't know, Part 1 will always feature the first 2 maps, and Part 2 will always feature the next 3 maps the following day, if I can get around to recording it that day. I do this to break it up into more digestible chunks, because typically if I breeze through all of the maps, it'll take roughly an hour, and whilst I'm not opposed to uploading an hour video every week, if people would prefer seeing it that way, I just feel like it's more digestible, and for me personally, if it gets to like more difficult and harder Odysseys, it's easier for me to edit in 2 chunks, you know? Because typically the first episode is quite chill and pretty quick, and then if there is difficulty in an Odyssey, usually it's in these 3 maps. And so I can do like this one, if that one's easy, I can just record that and that one's all good. And then if I get to this one and I'm stuck for a really long time, I can break that video up, I can separate this map from this one, and then just cut it down to the parts where, you know, strategies worked out, things went well, or maybe I used monkey knowledge or something, whatever. It's just so much easier than if I try and do all of it all at once, and then it's like, oh, I get to the 4th map, like 40 minutes in, and then it takes me like another 2 hours after that to beat this map, and then I've got to, you know, sort through all the footage. It just takes a lot longer. Anyway, the bottom line is, my Odysseys come in 2 parts. Part 1, Part 2. Part 2 always comes out on Friday. Part 1, well, usually comes out on Friday. Part 1 usually comes out on Thursdays. Just for those who don't know. Anyway, those who don't know probably didn't make it this far and will potentially complain in the future. Anyway, so, thank you all so much for watching. This has been Green Pastures Part 1. Part 2, as always, will be in tomorrow's schedule, I guess. Anyway, take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.